Hey, Kevin McDonald with Confluency Solutions here. I'm going to say something controversial like reviews are important. Not a big surprise, reviews have been important for at least a decade, but I would say they're more important than they've ever been before. And as time passes, they become more and more important. So, what we want to do is just spend a couple minutes on this video talking about why they're important, how people use them today in 2020, and what to do when you get that inevitable substandard or negative review. It will happen. It happens to all of us. So let's dig in. So more and more insurance agencies, your competition, are getting reviews to the point where they're almost table stakes now. A few years ago, if you had some reviews and they were good, they were a competitive advantage. Now, if you don't have reviews, put you at a competitive disadvantage, right? So your agency needs a flow, not a ton, but a flow of positive reviews each month. And the fact is, you're going to get a negative review at some point. Everybody has a megaphone. So what happens if you get less than a 5-star review? Is it a killer? It can be, but it doesn't have to be if it's handled the right way. In 2018, Review Tracker did a survey, and they found out some really interesting things when they did the survey. One of those was that people really don't trust businesses that have nothing but 5-star reviews. Too good to be true, right? Somebody's got some filtering going on, some control. And it turns out the sweet spot, what they call peak product purchase, I think, peak product purchase probability, where that peak product purchase probability, I'm not going to say it anymore. Where people are most likely to buy from a business is when their online reviews, the star average is between 4.2 and 4.5, right? So, in fact, less than 5-star reviews can be a good thing, and you probably should have a few of those. Okay, so you get a sub 5-star review. It finally happens. What do you need to do about that? The first thing is you need to respond to it. You should respond to all reviews, especially the negative ones, especially the less than 5-star ones. And the important thing is that you do it fairly quickly, say within 7 days, right? In order to do that, you have to know about it. And in order to know about it, a notification service that's part of something like Confluency's concierge service can help you with that. And there's more information about that if you want to learn about it down below. So you follow up and you confront the review in a diplomatic way by admitting there's a problem. If there's a problem, explaining how you're going to fix it. If there's a resolution that's sort of a one-off where you need to do a one-on-one, you could suggest a follow-up phone call or an email. Or often, especially where insurance is concerned, it's just the misunderstanding. People don't get insurance. So a nice diplomatic explanation to kind of clear things up so that somebody coming along will read that review and say, you know what, this is not so bad. And in fact, going back to that survey, 45% of people who see that a business has responded to a negative review are likely to do business, to purchase from that business. Right, so that's one thing you need to do, respond. Another way to overcome them is just weight of positive reviews, right? So how many positive reviews do you need to get to overcome that negative review? And it depends a little bit, but you want to get your average star rating back, right? And you want to have some sort of good information out there alongside the less good information. So let's talk for just a moment about what you have to do to kind of get back above water where you were before that less than 5-star review came in. So when it comes to insurance, 19% of consumers say that if they have a good experience, they'll leave an online review. So 1 out of 5. So what that means is if you want to get one more positive review, one more 5-star review, you've got to ask 5 people to do a review for you. And in fact, that number can float up or down. Well, not up so much. That's kind of the upper limit. It can take more than that depending upon how you ask. So you want to ask as close to in the moment when that good thing happened as possible. And you want to make it as easy as possible for somebody to do that review for you. And one of the best ways to make it easy is to use text. Because if somebody's on their phone, they're checking their text all the time, stats are out there, they all get looked at. Email, not so much, right? And they're on their phone, so they're just, Google's right there. They don't have to log in or wait till they get to their computer or wait till they pull their phone out. They can do the review right there. There are services like ZipWhip, like Podium, like Text Request that have templates that make it really easy to ask for reviews that way in the moment they're worth taking a look at. And the fact is, 64% of consumers, before they make a purchase decision, will go and look at Google reviews. So you definitely want to get those reviews just in general, but also to sort of make sure that when you get the 3-4 star review, maybe the 1 or 2 even, you've got a way to offset those with positive 5-star reviews. So let's look at a couple of hypothetical situations to illustrate this a little bit. So let's say we've got agency A, and they've got 10 Google reviews, and they're distributed with 6 5-star reviews and 3 4-star reviews and 1 3-star review. So good deal. They're in good shape. They're a 4.3 average star rating agency. They're in that peak purchase probability sweet spot. It's all good, right? But then somebody has a bad day, and for whatever reason, they come along and they give them a 1-star review. Now, their average star rating has dropped to 4. And that's kind of right on the edge of the danger zone. About 35% of consumers today will filter reviews. You may be one of those people, and they won't even look at a business or an insurance agency that has less than a 4-star rating overall. So we definitely need to get that built back up. So it turns out, because they have 10 reviews, they really only need 1 more 5-star review to get them back up to a 4.3 average, kind of where they were before they got that 1 star. But they have to ask 5 people to do it. Not so bad, right? So that's that agency. Let's look at another hypothetical. So we've got agency B. They only have 5-star reviews. Their average star rating, though, is 4.2, pretty similar. They're in that sweet spot, right? Distribution is 2 5-star, 2 4-star, 1 3-star. Not so bad. They're in the sweet spot. But because they have a smaller number of reviews, a single 1-star review will knock them down from the sweet spot to an average star rating of 3.7. And a lot of people, as we just mentioned, 1/3 won't even look at them because they're below 5 stars. So this agency, because they have a small number of reviews, is going to need 4 5-star reviews to get back to where they were. And it's going to have to ask 20 people to get those 4 additional reviews. So if these examples illustrate anything, it's that you want to have sort of an inventory of reviews to sort of cushion those negative reviews as they come along, give you a little bit of breathing space, make it easier for you to kind of get back where you were. So in summary, if you want your insurance agency to be advantaged and not disadvantaged with buy online reviews, you need a process for capturing a flow. Not a huge flow, you don't need a ton, but you need a few each month, a flow of positive reviews, particularly on Google, right? You need to know about those reviews when they happen so that you have the opportunity to respond to them within 7 days. And that's particularly true for negative reviews. And if you do that, you'll be one of those advantaged insurance agencies, not a disadvantaged one. If you have any questions or comments, we'll monitor this. Just add them down below, and we'll be happy to help you out if we can. Thanks.